All right. Good evening. Welcome to the last show of January. And before we start, we want to take a moment of silence for Kobe Bryant and his family and everyone who was involved in that horrific crash. So we'll just take a moment of silence right now. All right, and tonight, welcome to Talking Baseball again with me, Sal Angeletti, brought to you by HamiltonRadio.net, High and Horse Film Studio. And my crazy co-hosts here, who are you?
Carl McGlasky.
Matt Sirianni.
Hey, it's the commish, Dan Schweck.
Andrew Pablo Santoro.
Gentlemen, and see who we got here. Go ahead.
All right, so we got here. Actually, you can say who you are. Who are you, sir?
Harrison Milo.
Harrison Milo. What do you do, Harrison?
I play baseball.
You play baseball. And what does your mom do for a living?
This is not a nursing radio show.
This is not a nursing radio show. Very good.
I'm Carolyn Milo Harrison's mom.
Oh, and I want to welcome you two here. How are you? How are you, buddy?
Good.
I heard you were all excited about coming up.
Yeah.
You're gonna try to stump us tonight?
I don't know.
Yeah, you got. I heard you got a lot of questions.
We brought some really good trivia that we got from Baseball Writers Dinner.
All right.
This year.
So it looks like the Houston Astros find their new manager in Dusty Baker.
Yep.
Yes.
He's gonna straighten that bunch out. And I heard your team is in trouble again.
You know what? I'm going to be honest.
The guys haven't even played a game yet, and they're in trouble
I
already.
haven't played a game yet. We're already in trouble. But I mean,
Beltran and who's the center fielder they got? The outfielder?
Oh God, what's his name?
Yeah.
Sal, before we continue, I want to give
wait.
a shout out here to the commish for his birthday.
That's right. Yeah.
The big 4-0. Happy birthday, Dan.
No, that
You
is
did it.
No, that is 36.
Thank you,
Harrison.
36 is
36.
correct.
Dan, don't feel bad. I turn 40 tomorrow.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
40's the new 39. Come on.
Yeah.
You guys are doing
Was
great.
it?
40 to 39. It's going to be a fun show tonight, folks.
Indeed, indeed.
So we got to start cracking on the old jokes now.
Oh, goody.
So how is everybody doing since our last show?
Good.
We're doing good.
All right.
A lot's happened since our last show, but
Yes, a lot of stuff. The Yankees got 6 catches. Do you think that's enough?
it's a lot. Also, you brought up Dusty Baker a little bit. Dusty Baker is 7 years old. We haven't seen him in a dugout in 2 years. One thing that he's known for doing, he exercises his options quite strictly. If you talk to people who have pitched for him, they would pitch 120 times a game. So he might take advantage of the talented roster that the Astros have right now. So if I were the Astros, I wouldn't be too happy. And if
Well, it's the right man for the right job. They got somebody who's gonna straighten out that organization.
yeah, they got a guy who has 20 plus years experience managing a baseball team, but it's not exactly the guy that you want coming off of a World Series appearance in 2 of the last 3 seasons.
That's true.
Yeah.
Harrison, you tell me.
Harrison, what's your favorite baseball team?
The Philadelphia Phillies.
Oh! We are surrounded by 2 Phillies. Look,
Yes.
buddy right here.
But I'm with Andy, and I am a Mets fan.
New York Mets.
Oh, wait a minute.
We have 3 Yankee, 2 Phillies, and 2 Met fans.
That's some combination, huh?
You say Mets like a disease. Is it all right?
But at least we're all in the same league.
Yeah.
That's right. We are.
All right, guys. We also had a big signing this week. Nicholas Castellanos went to the Reds.
I guess the Reds are trying to build a contender, I guess, because they got
Contender?
Moustakas also.
They are winning the Central.
Oh!
Yes,
the
they
second
are.
guy.
Honestly, though, I
Who,
think
Cincinnati?
that's a legitimate.
Yeah,
that's a legitimate possibility.
They got
because
him and Mr. Mustakas,
The
right?
pitcher, right, from the Rangers.
They're pulling it up, man. They're making some moves.
They're-
I'm on that Cincinnati
What-
Reds.
They're
bandwagon.
spending
about
their
the
hard-earned
Twins?
dollars on good players.
Minnesota.
Hey, Casey, if you're watching tonight, Sean Casey, go Reds. There you go.
Oh, we'll hear all about it soon. It's like the time is going by slow because they know we're coming out there.
Yeah. Well, it's a slow build, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, Harrison, I have a question for you.
Oh.
What?
Who is your favorite Philly ball player?
Bryce Harper.
There you go,
Of
Bryce
course.
Harper. There you go. There you go.
You like your new manager, Joe Girardi?
Yeah. because he was the original Yankee manager.
All right.
That's true.
Yeah. You want to start asking some of your trivia questions?
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Ask, or do you want me to help you do them? All right. Okay. Let's see. Which one should we go for? All right. So.
Shout out to the people who gave us these.
What 20-year-old rookie was on deck for the New York Giants when Bobby Thompson hit the shot heard round the world to win the 1951 pennant?
That is a specific question.
I will tell you that I got it right.
He did.
Did you really?
What was it?
Dan Fleck did get it right. The commit.
Oh, this is my favorite show.
Like a rookie was on deck when Bobby Thompson hit the home run.
Yes.
Yes.
1951.
And he was 20 years old in
to win
1951.
the pennant against the Giants.
Wow.
Against the Dodgers. It was on deck.
What does
Who
it
was
start
on
with?
deck?
That's a good.
Can I buy a vowel? What do you think,
What do you
Harrison?
think?
Are we allowed to guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Well,
allowed.
I don't know.
I wasn't even a thought.
I don't know.
I wasn't
I
even
don't
You
know.
close
get like
to being
A,
born
B,
at that
C, and
time.
D options.
I can't really be good enough to make up those options. I could just tell
I don't
you.
know.
All right, I
don't-
can do this for you.
Birthday
Okay.
boy's got it. Here we go.
Was it A, Roy Campanella? Was it B, Pokey Reese? Or I'm sorry, Pee Wee Reese. Is it C, Willie Mays? Or is it D,
I'm not gonna say Willie Mays Hayes.
Elston Howard?
Willie Mays
Willie
Hayes.
Mays.
It was
Ty
Willie
Willie
Mays.
Mays.
Hey,
Mays.
I'm Willie Mays Hayes.
The giveaways. I mean, it's
I play like
Giant.
Hayes.
I wasn't even naming New York Giants.
I play like Mays or run like Hayes.
Because Pee Wee Weiss was a Dodger.
Yeah, I wasn't even naming.
Yeah.
I could. I was gonna try to look it up real quick and see if I could go.
That was a gimme.
Roy
Thank you.
Campanella was a Dodger too.
All right, let's go. We're hot now.
All right, you want to go?
It is hot
for it?
here.
Okay.
All right, another one.
Name the only World Series MVP for a team that lost a World Series.
Oh wow,
They're good questions.
is that even possible?
What year was that in?
Hey, Chuck Howley won Super Bowl
Well, it's
MVP for the
1960.
Cowboys.
1960.
I don't know if you guys are gonna. These are hard. These are really hard.
They
Oh,
are
wow,
they are
wait.
very very specific.
We're
Mantle.
getting stumped
Mickey
here.
Mantle?
Nope.
1960.
Would I?
So it had to be.
I wouldn't.
That was the
That's the Yankees were always winning.
It was the Yankees because Pittsburgh beat the Yankees in 1960 because Ralph
Do we have
Connor
timers.
hit the
The
game-winning home
Yankees
run.
won that World Series that year.
No,
So it had to be
Pittsburgh
Ralph
won.
Kiner.
No, it was
Pittsburgh.
61. They won in 61.
Pittsburgh beat them in 7
Bobby
games.
Richardson.
Oh,
I
that's my
was-
next guess. Bobby Richardson. I knew it.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Do you want them off?
Technical difficulties here.
I think Harrison gets his own time slot. It's settled.
I think he's.
We got a new show coming.
I think they would take good.
I have my own radio station called Drone Radio.
Oh my god. Okay.
right,
No, we're
so-
not promoting your own radio station.
all right. So now that we had the questions, all now that we have one more question.
You want me to pick one?
One more. Anyone you want.
Your character, Harrison.
What pitcher held the World Series record for consecutive scoreless innings from 1918 to 61, and who broke it in 61?
1918.
That's right. I can pick you.
I also got this one right.
Jeez.
1918. Babe Ruth, and I think 61 was he pitched for the Yankees.
Don Larson.
Don Larson.
No, Whitey Ford.
Why?
Oh, the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford, number 16.
The only living Yankee of the 1960s.
Yeah, that's true. That's right.
There we go.
So,
That means that's going to be a very small old timers day this coming
I
year.
know.
we had a moment of silence to begin the show
Yes.
in honor of the plane crash. But one of the people in that plane crash was John Altobelli, who was a baseball coach for 27 years in Orange County. And some of the people that he's mentored,
Orange County, California.
Aaron Judge, Jeff McNeil, list goes on. Tributes all across baseball. It was kind of tragic to experience the whole thing to begin with, and like Kobe's the big part of the whole helicopter crash, but like John Altobelli, he's a big part of the projects that we have today in baseball, and so it's kind of tragic to
Yes.
see this.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does he have a brother? Wasn't there an Altobelli that was with the Yankees? Because the name, when I heard the name, it sounded so familiar.
It's Cervelli.
No, I heard the name Altobelli. Like, I'm talking maybe before the rebuild years, around that era.
Late 80s? You talking about the late 80s?
Late 80s, early 90s, around there.
Oh, man.
I got to look that up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it's a tough one to guess.
Huh?
What's going on over here? So, we were talking about this before we went on air.
I get messages from Houston to talk into your microphone.
Oh yeah, Miracle League from Houston's gonna come on, right?
No, not
That
this
was
week.
last week.
That was
They're
last
on
week,
last
yeah.
week when you're giving poor Meredith a hard time.
Drilling her.
No, actually, that was me.
That was-
See,
No, you all, no, it
was
started with Sirianni.
all right.
I
listen,
heard at
I
the
was
Royal
wrong.
Rumble they were sign stealing for the winner. That's why Roman lost.
You talked about the Royal Rumble. You want to know what was shocking to me? The Rated R Superstar came back.
No, that wasn't a surprise.
My mic's
Because
Well,
it was
there
all
were
it was all over the place. He was in a hotel with his gear on.
Yeah, but like here's what happened. So there were rumors saying that he was going to come back, but then he came out publicly and denied it. Then at Royal Rumble,
Oh, you got to do that.
I didn't think it was possible for a guy who went through triple fusion neck surgery, was out for 9 years, and he came back in the Rumble, and he looked great.
Well,
He looked great.
that's the master of science right now at all these medications. Where's my man? Where is he?
He's right here.
You ready? We're waiting for you.
All right.
Oh, I'm ready. So, what made me do Miracle League was I threw a book called I Have Cerebral Palsy, and that's true.
Yeah, and that's how you play baseball?
So we got a book out of the library when he was about 5 that said in kindergarten that was called I Have Cerebral Palsy. It was a little girl who was actually very much like Harrison. A lot of her physical abilities and disabilities were similar. Her the way she moved, even her hobbies were very similar to Harrison's. And there was a thing in there about how she played Miracle League baseball. So
There was an entire page dedicated to Miracle League.
yep. So we Googled it and we found this one.
All right.
That's how we signed up. And then Harrison said he wanted to do it. What did you say? Why did you say you wanted to do it?
Because my grandpa was a sports writer.
He wanted Grandpa to write a story about him.
Grandpa's a
And he
sports
did.
writer?
Oh, that's great.
And
he
who, what's your grandpa's name?
Marty Noble.
What publication does he work for?
He worked.
Why does that
for-
name sound very familiar?
If you were a baseball fan in the 80s in New York and read New York Newsday, you probably read his stuff frequently.
That's more daily news where you can hear my Brooklynese.
Yeah, I know. I get it. That would be. Who was that? Was that Clappish or Moss Klein? I can't remember which one of them did the Daily News at the time. But he did MLB.com for. He did New York Newsday from 81 through 93-ish.
Okay.
And then MLB.com and up until he passed away last year.
Aw.
So, but he came to Harrison's first Miracle League game.
And wrote a story that Dan reposted when he did.
Yeah, he wrote a game story. He called him Heavy Hitting Harrison.
Aw.
He talked about like all these great things. He talked about the league in general, and he was very, very proud to have Harrison be a part of this.
How long have you been playing?
I started in the spring of 2017, and
Okay.
I haven't missed a season.
So you've played for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years going into this.
I don't think you even missed a game, let alone a season.
I haven't missed a game except for the Camden that was optional.
I actually have the article here. If
Read
you
it.
guys want me to read it.
Go for it.
Read it.
Go ahead.
So this is from like I said, the day after Harrison's first game with the Miracle League. So this was Marty Noble's contribution to the Miracle League of Mercer County.
Yes, it was.
So Harrison's a hit, Pirates rookie slugs 2 and tie. So from Hamilton, New Jersey, the highly acclaimed Miracle League of Mercer County opened its 13th season Saturday with a 4-game schedule that featured a compelling matchup between two of the league's top teams, the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago White Sox. With heavy-hitting Harrison Milo providing the primary punch, the Pirates came from behind to catch the Sox. The teams played to a 12-12 tie. Milo, making his major league debut, hit home runs in his first two at-bats. His second homer drove in 4 runs that enabled the Pirates to tie the score. Introduced as Harrison the Ford Milo, the rookie third baseman was his team's final batter and therefore its final hope. The game was played in conditions better suited for sailing. A stiff breeze made PNC Park seem like Wrigley Field in Chicago in early April.
That's great.
Dan Schweck, one of the Pirates' 2 coaches, was thrilled by Milo's production. You never know what to expect from a rookie in his first game, Schweck said. Rookies can be nervous. They can be overwhelmed by being on the field with their families and friends, paying close attention to everything they're doing. But Harrison played like an old pro. What a performance. Milo seemed to be particularly popular with the fans. His introductions prompted loud applause by a large crowd that included his parents, Carolyn and Nick, his sister, I'm going to pronounce her name wrong again, Adelaide, his grandparents, Yvette and Marty Noble, Dr. Elise Garlick, Maura, her mom, Mary, and her friend, Maggie. The grandparents' attendance was made easier because Triple H, in parentheses, heavy-hitting Harrison, had provided them with special wristbands that allowed them to park where they wanted, waived their admission fee, and made the refreshments. 2 hot dogs and a Pepsi, complimentary.
That's true.
Yeah, it's absolutely great. It's absolutely great.
That was great.
Dan,
There's so much more, and there's a little bit more. His grandfather covered big league baseball, mostly for the Mets and Yankees for 45 years, working for the Bergen Record of Hackensack, Newsday, and most recently MLB.com. He found his grandson's game quite exciting. I covered the World Series in '79, the last time the Pirates won it, Noble said. That was a special series because the Pirates were down 3-1, and they came back to win. But Harrison's game was just as much fun for me to watch. I'm very proud of my grandson. He had a great game. So that
was well written.
You're talking about a pro, and this is here. I kept it on my phone. I'm keeping it forever. We posted it, and I think to celebrate next month, we're gonna have to repost it again.
Yeah, it's been. That was one of my.
Now that you showed me the picture, I remember who he was.
Yeah, so we just went. This past weekend was the New York Baseball Writers Dinner. So my mom, my sister, and I went, and he was honored there. They talked about him. He's always been the writer, editor of Scorebook, the magazine that goes along with it. So it was a great time. We got to meet a lot of players,
including Pete Alonso.
Nice.
I didn't meet.
Oh, you met
I
Pistol
saw him.
Pete?
I saw him, but I did get to take a picture with Keith Hernandez for
Okay.
the.
It's not the Yankees.
So I still had I had a picture of him from when I was 7 years old in the dugout wearing number 17 for my team.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Harrison, could you do me a favor? Can you can you read
Yeah, read that number.
the number for them to call
Tell your
in,
friends
please?
to call in.
Oh,
Yeah, because we haven't gotten a single call yet.
What's the number, Harrison?
609 807 219 249 2.
Do it one more time.
609 807 2492.
There it
Hey!
is.
Sir.
And I just lost my job.
Talking
good.
baseball with Harrison.
People start calling in. You gotta talk to Harrison here.
Harrison's he's stumped us all already.
He is ready to roll.
So,
Harrison's ready to rock and roll. What's your favorite position on the field, Harrison? What do you like?
Everything.
All right, it's not bad. Okay, I like right field.
On my baseball card, it says everything. So
Everything. You got a baseball card? Oh, can we have one?
Should we give him one this season? We'll get one this season.
You know where I'm coming to broadcast the first game. You know that? I'm gonna be there.
Awesome.
You're gonna help us. You join in with us.
I think you have to.
sure.
Yeah.
You'll call the game with us. You'll call balls and strikes. We'll give you the microphone.
I think that's his next dream.
No, that's Mr. Santora's stuff.
Mr.
Aw.
Did you just call him
Mr.
Mister?
Santoro. He's a professional. Thanks, Harrison.
I do own a microphone at my house, though.
He has a microphone at home.
Ah.
He likes to make announcements like dinner time.
And I love
Oh, so you Andy's teaching all the tricks?
No.
No. He's adorable.
Thank you.
So going back to baseball news. So we talked about this outside before the show started. There's
there's
trade rumors
Yeah, there's
of
a
Mookie
lot
Betts
of stuff
to
going
the
on.
Padres.
Yes.
And what that would do is it would put Mookie Betts with what's his face from
Manny
Machado.
Machado.
Manny Machado. Thank you.
Yeah, we forgot about him for some reason.
totally
He's
forgot
like,
he was
he
existing.
he went to
fell off.
California. That was all in.
He
after
fell
that.
off the map
Yeah, totally forgot he existed.
with that big $300 million contract that he got from the Padres last year. Padres had a losing record last year, even with the addition of Eric Hosmer and Mr. Machado. If they get Mookie Betts, do they at least try to contend for a division title, or what is that going to do?
Still not good enough.
Yeah, it's not good enough. Not with,
No.
not with the Dodgers there.
Arizona's gonna be going for the wild card. So it'll be Dodgers and then Arizona for the wild card.
Yeah, you better watch out for those Diamondbacks.
Yeah, no, the Diamondbacks have been getting a push from a lot of people. I think that it'll be interesting. I think the Mets can contend for a wild card too, despite the managerial.
And here's your
you
other
know-
interesting news. Might come into play next year. National League DH.
Oh my
no,
God!
no
I
way.
heard about that. I heard about that.
Yes, they're talking about it, especially with the robo-umps in spring training.
No.
You said it.
I said it. I said it.
They said they were going to try it out. I don't think it's going to work. Why? Don't ask. And also, if you watched MLB Network, and they were talking about the 3 minimum to the batter.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're changing the pitcher. And one pitcher liked it, and the other pitcher didn't. And Ron Darling was not a big fan of it. He says, nope, it's going to ruin the game.
I told you that article last week in the
Yep.
Athletic. It's going to really cause trouble. It's going to be a 1-year deal, and I think that rule's going to
It's
come
like,
right out the books.
so like he said, you know, you get into that guy, you're going to pitch the 2 batters, and here comes your lefty specialist to get the lefty out, and you can't bring him in. Now that's why have all these guys on the roster now?
You're going to be stuck in a
Guys are going to lose
situation-
their jobs.
And there's going to be guys that are going to be out there with rubber arms. They're going to be dead, have nothing left, and they're stuck throwing because there's this dumb rule saying you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison, by the way, we got a post from Aaron Noble saying you're doing a great job.
Yes, he is.
I wish
So-
Miracle League was televised and also a stadium instead of.
It is. We we
Televise it.
broadcast all of our games.
Dan climbs ladder every
But-
Saturday. Put that camera up every time.
But on Facebook, not on TV.
All right. Well, we need to get
We'll get there,
SNY
we'll get there.
and Yes Network. You know, and MLB
Pretty
Network.
pretty soon. We're on a TV network, but we haven't gotten that far yet. Yes, we want to thank the CTF TV family, and we thank them for rebroadcasting our shows on TV.
We also
Nice guy.
Eric.
Eric
Yes,
came
yes.
by last week. Nice guy.
Yes, very very nice. We want to give them a shout out.
Oh yeah, those 2 Philly fans that backed up Carl, trying to talk about Eli Manning's retirement, and they stopped me dead in my tracks last week.
Oh, Gary and Matt
Yep.
from the Central. Yeah, give a shout out to those boys, the Central Jersey
I don't
Rebels.
know, I'm getting a lot more Philly fans
Oh,
coming
yeah.
to see us. Wow.
Carl's getting some backup finally.
Guys were great. I will always invite them back up here.
Oh, they'll come back. You don't have to ask Gary Leonardo twice.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, they were cool. They were cool people to come on.
yeah. We're gonna have a new segment. Don't know the start date, but it's gonna be called Talking Baseball: The Road Trip. Is gonna be that, and we're gonna be out there every month from a different location, broadcasting live.
Ooh.
Like we said, we had Applebee's under our radar, where you did the fundraiser.
Killarney's Public House. Seamus, thank you.
Meadowlands Racetrack, and today I spoke to I Play America and Freehold. So
Wow.
the word is spreading,
And,
Las Vegas.
and live at the field.
and live at the field, not only your field, but the one right behind you. So we're all over the place. So as we used to sing that song in the dugout, we got the fever, we're hot, and we can't be stopped.
So I have a question back to Mr. Sirianni about the robo-umps. What's going to happen if it's raining outside? What are you going to do?
Well, believe it or not, the way the robo-umps work, it's actually not what you think. So what happens is, and I read an article from, I forget what the source was, but the way it works is robo umps are in the press box, and they have a computer in front of them, and they are programmed to call what ball is a strike, what ball is a ball. So the way it works is they're seeing the computer with the game going on, and human umpires, have an earpiece in their ear, and the robot in the press box will tell them if it's a ball or a strike. So the umpire is not calling it. Yeah, I know.
So he's just standing there in the back?
Basically.
So any of us could be an umpire.
Harrison, you want a new job? Let's hire him.
So the guy who's going to have the earpiece in his ear, is he going to be behind the plate or by the side?
The umpire is going to be behind the plate
Okay.
with an earpiece in his ear, being told by a robot what's a ball and a strike.
Okay.
So wait, I have a question. So then when a runner comes around third and scores and it's a play at the plate, a robot's going to call that?
No, that's gonna be. From what I understand, it's just they're calling balls and strikes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Gameplay is
it.
still all.
Gameplay still all.
There's
Human?
play at the plate.
It's just a test. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Why did they, like we said, the book is 4 times the size of that about the rules that's been around since Abner Doubleday in whatever Cooperstown.
Uh-huh.
And now you want to keep changing it. The replays were horrible.
The
only
replay system
replay
needs to
they should
change.
have is just the home runs. You want to speed up the game, you're making it worse. You're not really speeding it up. What are you doing?
You speed up the game by just expanding the strike
Like,
zone.
yeah, like Ron Darling said, your average game is 2 hours and change. 2 hours, 25 minutes the most. Keep implementing more, and it's going to go 3 hours. All Yankee games are in 2.5 hours. But the Yankees changed their start times to 6:30
Yeah.
to get that, they pushed it back. So what are they going to do? A majority of these teams are going to start pushing their times back, I guess.
If they move,
That's a good
if they expand the strike zone, if they legitimately say to these umpires, you have to call a bigger strike zone, the game's going to have to revert back in a way.
It was always knees chest
Yeah.
by the letters of the uniform. And then they were complaining the guys are wearing their pants this way, and you can't really call it.
You're going to see guys that are going to all of a sudden go, well, you know what? Then I'm not going to launch angle and try to just hit the ball over the fence or hit into the gap.
Right.
I'm going to hit the ball, ground ball, and get a base hit through here because there's 3 guys on the left side of the field, of the infield, and there's nobody over here. And then it's gonna revert everything back. They're gonna start slapping more. They're gonna start putting the ball more in play. The strikeouts will go down. The game will move faster again.
Because
Okay, do you see more or less home runs this season?
less.
I'm going to say less.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
say
how they
more.
can hit more. I mean,
No, the average,
I'd
more
say
than
probably
the average
more than
yearly.
average,
oh,
yeah.
they better fix whatever they were doing with those baseballs.
Juice
last year.
balls.
Now you see how they say the Astros are cheating, okay? But remember the strike in '94, how that killed the whole Montreal Expo organization,
That killed the franchise, yeah.
okay? Fans weren't coming out to the games. Then you had the scab players,
Yeah.
if you remember that. Now, they were talking about, all these home runs being hit, all these home runs. Because nobody was coming, they definitely did something to the baseballs because now you're accusing one team of cheating, but the whole baseball organization did.
I want Harrison's opinion on this. Harrison, what do you think of the whole Astros situation with them cheating?
I think it's super bad. Like, the Astros manager should be fired.
He was.
He was fired.
He was fired, Harrison.
Good.
My man.
Harrison, would you like to manage the Astros?
No.
No.
The Red Sox are still looking for a manager. Would
That's
you want to
right.
manage the Red Sox?
That's right.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna play. I'm not gonna
Attaboy.
manage.
There we go.
There you go. If you had a manager team, what would it be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
team? What team?
Say it clearly, very clearly into the microphone. What team you manage?
The New York Mets, the Philadelphia Phillies,
Oh, you can't pick two.
and
Don't say the
the
Yankees.
Boston Red
Oh, thank
Sox.
God.
Oh,
You have enough
broke
Boston
my
Red
heart.
Sox gear from
Has
your
there even
from Miracle
been
League.
any sort of
Yeah.
trajectory of who the Red Sox are going for as their manager, or is there no?
Not a, they,
What about
I-
they haven't
Jason
even-
Varick. That what's that old guy that played for them? Jason Varick. They're talking about
Oh, they're talking about
the
him.
first baseman.
I heard
for a while.
they're slow playing it. They're not even really seriously.
well,
looking
their
until they find out what
their fines haven't come down yet.
that's what they're waiting on. They're waiting to see
true.
what MLB does to them because
Oh yeah, for the 2018 season.
They're going to try to.
investigation.
Otherwise, they try to interview somebody, and then they come in, and then all of a sudden, some sort of, the draft picks taken away or whatever they decide to do with the Red Sox, and then they're hiring a guy, and all of a sudden he's not signed up for, what they promised him. So
That's true. That's a good point. But that you got to think this whole thing hurt the Red Sox really bad. We talk a lot about the Astros getting screwed over. The Red Sox really got screwed over by this whole thing.
Hey, what's funny? Mikey Hackinson, who's one of our players, just chimed in, and he said that you should manage the Mets.
Yes.
Good choice.
There we go.
You talking to me?
Yeah,
You talking to me?
yeah, Mike Hackinson.
Well, you sounded just like what's the name of the movie? You talking to me?
You talking to me?
You talking to me?
They should actually call in if they want to say that.
That's right.
Guys,
Hey,
please
Mike.
call in. Guys, please call in.
Harrison, what's the number?
807-2492.
Exactly.
Where is everybody?
Who's gonna call in?
609.
Another Miracle League player.
Hey, Renee, let
Whoever's
Mike
watching.
call in. 609-807-2492.
You want to call about robo umps? Say what you think about the game being changed. Robo umps. I know a lot of people on this panel aren't really for it. I'm not really for it, but it's a big topic of discussion.
I want to give a shout out to my old high school, Lafayette High School alumni. I'm friends with Kevin Baez on Facebook, who played with the Mets. He also went to Lafayette.
Oh wow.
My friend Paulie, I know you're watching. I see you out there. We're gonna try to get some of the guys from Lafayette High School who played in the majors up here. Yeah, give a shout out to the guys out there for me.
Yeah, shout out.
Give a shout out. Go ahead.
Harrison, what have you been doing to prep for this upcoming spring season?
Napping.
I wish.
I bet you're going to hit a lot of home runs this year.
I'm not a Miracle League home run hitter. How about in every single Miracle League in the world, how many home run players are there?
That's a good question.
Ah,
That's a good
that's
trivia
a good
question.
question.
That's a really good question.
That's a very good question.
We got to do our homework on that.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the
trying to-
answer to that.
trying to think.
I think
He's stumping
I'm
us
going to say
tonight.
0. I'm
Here-
going to go with 0.
No, we got
Oh, no.
Tanner.
Yeah,
gonna
Tanner
say
hit
0.
one.
I'm gonna
Who else
say-
hit
Tanner
who hit
hits-
home
hits
runs,
a bunch.
Harrison?
I'm going to say
Tanner
there are
hits one, who else
4
hits him?
home run hitters in Miracle League. I'm going to say 4.
I think Tanner hit 2 in the fall this past fall
Well,
season.
let's go players. You're going players or home runs total? Or,
4 home run players.
okay.
I'm gonna say
we
4.
got-
They have to have a metal bat to hit a home run.
well, no, Jamie does it with the wooden.
What
bat,
about
I
J
believe.
Train?
Oh.
J Train does inside the park home runs.
J Train's getting there.
He's more of a.
Is he a slapstick
doubles in the
hitter? Or
guys.
is
Oh,
he,
he's a doubles guy.
Doubles.
Okay.
He's a
Yeah.
doubles
Doubles
guy.
guy?
He's a switch hitter.
all right.
Really?
He is a legitimate
He does.
switch hitter in our league.
Now, do you guys go
Okay.
by inside or outside home runs? Do you guys do both or?
We do both.
We do both. Yeah. Anything goes. You know what? If that's the case, Connor Doyle hits the home run every time.
I'll tell you what though. I finally got those baseballs. They came in.
Can't wait for
I
those
picked up
baseballs.
these baseballs from South Hills Miracle League. Timmy had this unbelievable set of baseballs, these soft coated baseballs that are great and they're safe for the kids. So I went online and purchased them. They came in last week. They actually came in on Saturday. So I'm sitting there and I'm like messing with them in my office this week, and I'm bouncing them off the ground. And I'm going, these things got some bounce to them, man.
We're juicing the balls for Miracle
We
League.
may be using some juice baseballs. So Jamie, Tanner, Lorenzo, Zach Esposito. We may see epic home run totals.
Oh, we
this
might have to
season
set up in the
out of
outfield
Miracle League.
somewhere.
I'm gonna have to put some bleachers out there now because now we're gonna have it hit it here signs.
Get a safety
There
net.
you go. I got a new sponsorship opportunity for somebody out there.
Nice.
When's the
We're gonna have a
play-
hit it here sign. It's like the big
Like
McDonald's Big Mac territory.
Or like the O'Neill signs back in the day with
yeah,
Paul
the
O'Neill with
O'Neill
the target.
with the target in right field at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah,
There you go.
so like you guys were saying.
Call in 609-807-2492. Talk to me. I'll sell you a sponsorship to the Miracle League. Let's go.
Wawa, please call in. Let's call in. Let's get a sponsorship going for the outfield. 'Cause if
So
they
like
hit a
Sal
home
was
run, free
saying,
Wawa
we're going to be out
coffee.
there opening day, and we're going to be broadcasting your games for opening day.
When's the playground coming, Dan?
Oh, you're in trouble now, Dan.
Uh-oh.
Next on the hot seat. Let's talk baseball.
It's on the agenda, buddy.
Harrison gets personal.
Thank you for putting me on the spot. It's coming, bud. It's coming.
Because we need to do some stuff.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you guys are gonna have fun with us in the broadcast booth.
We could make a whole booth. That's what we need.
That's what we need.
Get Taylor.
Oh, we got Melissa Farkas joining us online too. Melissa, you should call in.
Yeah, she
Harrison, what's the number? Tell Melissa what the number is to call in.
609 807 2492.
There you go.
There you go.
it is.
Call in, guys.
Melissa,
please.
you better
That's
call
the
in
second
right
time.
now. We're waiting for your call.
Yeah, you don't want Harrison to come after you. He's
He's
ready.
coming after me. I'm trying to redirect right now. I'm trying to get the attention off of me.
Oh, so you got the name like Mike Ford on the Yankees. Ford
No,
Tough.
Wait.
No. Let me go ahead. Fine, go ahead. Go ahead, Andy.
Okay.
But then let Harrison tell his
All right.
Mike Ford story then too.
Harrison, tell your story first.
Yeah,
We'll
you
go
go.
out
You
to
tell
you.
the Mike Ford story, and then
So-
I'll tell everybody why Andy's wrong.
So
And I'll tell
one
him why Dan's
year,
wrong.
my first season, as Miracle League, we were all there for our player trophy ceremony, and I had seen Mike Ford when I was getting off the field, and he had a foul ball right near our seat, and it landed in my grandmother's lap, and she handed it to me, and it turned out that Mike Ford was actually one of my dad's ex-students.
Really?
Oh, nice.
And my husband teaches shop at Montgomery High School,
So
and he had him.
So I got
Wow.
it signed, and the long story short, I dropped it, but we found it. That's a good thing.
So,
But yeah, that's fine.
so
Aw.
Mike Ford even came back into my husband's school a few months ago.
Oh,
and
nice.
invited Nick and Harrison to come out.
All
On
right.
Yankee Stadium on the field.
Woohoo!
That's awesome.
So you're definitely Ford Tough.
All right, so now it's my turn to tell my story that Dan's wrong about.
Andy's wrong. It's my
Okay.
birthday. I'm right.
So, Harrison Milo, Harrison Ford, Star Wars, Millennium Falcon. Okay, stay with me here.
Oh, I got
So,
that. I
got
know
that.
Harrison Ford. Yeah,
Who's
that's
back
right.
at this
So
story?
Harrison comes to play, and I always say a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away,
Harrison Milo
was
was
born. The Millennium Falcon. He drives around like Millennium Falcon.
Sorry, I'm a Star Wars
So-
fan. Don't worry about it.
So I missed one game. Okay,
And
I missed
bitch!
one game. What does Mr. Dan
it
do?
was 2 games.
Mr.
He called me Indiana Jones.
Mr. Dan changed it to Indiana Jones, so now they changed his name.
Well, look, let's be real here for a second, okay? Let's be real. When you talk about Harrison Ford characters,
You think of
Who's
no,
Indiana
you think
Jones?
of Indiana
Han Solo.
Jones.
You think of Han Solo.
Oh yeah, that.
Come
Yeah.
on.
A lot. Well,
Indiana
yeah.
Wait,
Yes.
Epic.
wait, I have something to say. Miracle League family was watching. Who's a better announcer, Andy or Dad?
Oh! Harrison with the shot.
Wow, this guy, he's taking shots tonight.
is
So
this is a hot show tonight.
No, I'm on the hot seat, Harrison. Thank you.
And whoever, let's take a
Take
vote.
calls. You want to take callers?
Let's take a
Take-
call. Let's
Yeah,
settle
but
this.
the
Take a
kid's
vote.
waiting for a call.
And
Come
whoever
on.
says who's the better gets to keep my name.
Ooh.
Daniel, where are you at?
Breaking friendships apart.
Daniel, where are you at?
Wow.
On a side note, do you know that Mike Ford's middle name is Harrison?
Is it really?
Really?
Wow.
Come on.
No
Yeah.
way.
This is wait a
Mike
minute.
Harrison
This is spooky
Ford.
here. The guy Mike Ford on the Yankees,
His
his
middle name's Harrison.
name is Harrison.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
Wait a second
did.
here.
People, please call in or at
Dude,
least
we got something
comment
brewing
on,
here.
comment on
Somebody
the-
go
on
get
the
Mike
Facebook
Ford,
feed here.
actually.
Settle with
Somebody
it.
I
go
need
get
to
Mike
know.
Ford.
And remember, if anything, it goes in this order: Harrison Ford characters, Indiana Jones number 1,
No
President Marshall from
Get outta here.
Air
Are you
Force
kidding
One
me?
number 2,
Are you serious?
and then
No.
maybe
No. Harrison, help me out.
maybe
here.
his character
Don't-
from Hollywood Homicide.
You
I don't
know
even
that
know.
I usually-
What about Mark Kimball?
Yeah, Kimball.
Oh, there you go.
You guys are nuts.
Yes.
This is
How
That was a
about
good
this?
movie. That was a good movie.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
This is absurd.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, that was a good
I
movie.
don't
Yep.
care. He goes,
I don't care.
Harrison.
But
I need-
also, Harrison, I've heard that you don't even like Star Wars. Is that true? Is this true?
That
Your-
is
Your
true.
family shuns you away from Star Wars?
Well, his family, but
My-
neither one of his parents
my
has ever
fa-
seen a Star Wars
Yeah.
movie.
Bingo. So there you go.
You gotta
Harrison,
get the Disney Plus.
Harrison, tell us the
I
truth.
want Disney Plus.
There.
I'm sorry. I heard the father go, I heard that out there. I'm sorry.
It's like,
Nick's out in the
great.
I
back.
heard the big sigh in the background. I watch it. I watch the Marvel movies, but they don't have them all on there because
Which ones
my
do they
friend
not
was
have?
my friend was telling me that because of their contract situation with Netflix,
Oh boy.
have to wait for.
Like-
Endgame is on there, but not Infinity Wars.
Ant-Man's not on there yet.
Ant-Man's on there, but
Oh,
not
it's
the
on there?
second one.
Yeah, there we
Infinity
go.
War's still on Netflix.
Yeah, that's why.
Tell Jerry Seinfeld to call in.
There we
Jerry
go.
Seinfeld.
Jerry.
They met Jerry Seinfeld last week.
I
Jerry
met
Seinfeld, too?
At the baseball writers dinner.
Nice.
Yeah, he was. He's a Yankee fan.
He's a
Like
Mets
so.
fan.
No, the other guy,
Oh, the guy from Seinfeld. Yeah. What's the guy?
Costanza.
Yeah, Costanza.
All right, we have a couple more questions here. We have
Costanza, what is that?
Costanza,
What is that, George?
George likes spicy chicken.
Go
This is
downstairs, get me that-
Carrie Pashman
Oh yeah.
says, "Hi Harrison, Noah and I are watching." Melissa Farkas says, "Harrison, the answer is clearly Dan."
Melissa.
Oh, Mary
Mary
Yes.
Kay Grossen Myers says, "Harrison, asks Harrison, who is your all-time favorite baseball player?"
I'm assuming are all of you watching?
No.
Who's your favorite baseball player? Who do you like?
Okay.
You said it. You said his name before.
He was saying his favorite Philly player's name earlier.
I
Oh,
don't know. Who is your favorite player of all time? Ooh. Yeah, he would not know that.
Ed Grapel.
What? Yeah.
I do have a picture of you wearing a David Wright jersey when you were about 3 months
oh,
old.
wait a second.
Let's say Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter. Yeah, the kid knows.
Timeout.
Whoa!
Actually, my favorite Mets player is Pete Alonso.
All right,
Pistol
Okay,
Pete,
I will give you
the
that.
polar bear.
that's very
Right?
very
He
fair.
plays a lot of home run derby on the iPad.
Mary Kay says,
I
her
play a
favorite
game
is-
on here. I can't think of the name of the game.
Mary Kay says her favorite Met of all time is Keith Hernandez,
Keith Hernandez. Yes.
who was also
I'm not
on
going to
Seinfeld.
I'm not.
I know.
I want to know why those guys weren't candidates to manage a team.
But
Because they're busy
I don't know if Keith
announcing.
Hernandez is interested in the game.
yet,
I think Ron Darling
But
would make
yeah.
a great manager.
I don't
Probably
know
would.
why, because Azalea, Melissa, and Andy are best friends.
And they like the Mets.
So Mr. Dan lied actually.
He's
And
taking his
the
phone.
comment actually says, it says, Harrison, the answer is the team Andy and Azalea. So Mr. Dan lied on his 40th birthday. Can you believe that?
36 and Azalea.
It's not his 40th birthday. I don't want to say this anymore.
All Azalea does is stir the pot and cause trouble.
That's because he's
Oh,
deaf.
somebody's putting Thurman
And
Munson.
she's awesome.
Oh, that's our good friend Eleanor, who puts together all of our uniforms with Athletes
Thanks,
Ally.
Eleanor.
My friend's Don Mattingly. I had two.
What, your friend is Don
Thurman Munson
Mattingly?
should be in the Hall of Fame. You really should. I feel like, what was he?
Oh, let's not go there.
7-time, 8-time. Well, he was on the Modern Era committee and he fell short
Yeah, that.
You
to
talking
Ted
about
Simmons and Marvin Miller.
Mattingly?
I've been
No, well, Mattingly and Thurman Munson were both on the Modern Era committee and they both fell short.
Yeah,
Harrison, what do you have to say?
they're not getting it.
Who is the best person who has been watching this show for the longest?
Who's been watching this show for the longest?
Who's the number one follower of
Loyal
Talking
fan.
Baseball with Sal Angeletti?
I have no idea.
Well, the last couple weeks it's been Harrison. Last few weeks.
Do you watch every show, Harrison?
I don't watch it like this, but I listen to it.
You listen to it? That's
Wow.
awesome.
That's good.
It's
That's
kind of
good.
past our bedtime. So.
You're lucky it's 8 o'clock. I used to be on at 9:30.
Oh, well, gracious.
Ugh.
Grateful for that.
It's too late for me. 36, Andy, not
Yeah.
40.
9:30.
36.
9:30.
Yeah, when I met these gentlemen, that when they first came up was the new time slot at 8
Yeah.
every week. I wasn't on every week.
9:30.
Yeah, we were on like
9:30.
we were on the
Every-
first two
Every other week.
Thursdays of the month.
Yeah.
And then we would come back, but then and we were on the 9:30 slot. That was originally what time slot we were on.
Yep.
We were behind this comedian. I forget what his name was.
Ed.
Ed?
Yes.
We were
I
behind
miss
Ed.
Ed. I miss everybody.
I miss Ed. Ed was cool. But listen, I love coming on after Troy Alexander.
Yes.
That man is something to watch.
Yes, he is.
He really is.
There's a lot of shows here not to be missed. We got more questions?
Here, you want to read some?
Well, I don't want to read any.
Is there any level A questions that might be?
Okay, owner of Talking Baseball.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, he's calling everybody out
Some of
tonight.
these are really old. Let's see.
Sal's on the hot seat.
I'm on the hot seat. What does he want to say?
These are not as old. Okay, the Mets and Yankees have made 8 trades with each other in MLB history.
Oh, yeah.
Only one involved a player on each side who has ever reached an All-Star game. Name the 2 players involved.
Al Leiter.
Audience, you are allowed to do this
No.
too.
No?
No.
Hold on.
Not Yogi Berra. It
No,
wasn't
because he
Yogi.
managed.
It wasn't Todd Frazier.
Nope. Hold on a minute. He's a pitcher.
Oh, Armando Benitez.
No. He used to do the high leg kick.
Oh, El Duque?
Oh, Duque. But he was free agent. He was a trade.
Orlando Hernandez.
No.
It wasn't a
I
trade.
feel like this one might even not be right.
It wasn't
Okay.
a trade.
It's Robin Ventura and David Justice, 2001.
Oh.
I didn't know
David Justice?
I can't remember Justice.
Oh, the Robin becomes the Batman.
I should have known. Robin Ventura. That's going to kill me. I should have known.
Robin Ventura.
How many people are in the running?
There's a lot of guys who
Andy,
play with.
how
I didn't
many
even
people-
know David Justice played with the Mets. I
Andy,
forgot all about
how
that.
many people
I
are
didn't-
in the running for the huge?
Imagine if he was still on the
Houston
Yankees and you had
Miracle
Judge
League.
and Justice.
Wait,
Oh, good question.
That is a great
What did you
question,
say?
Harrison.
What is it?
Say it again.
how many people are in the running for the All-Star Weekend
For where?
for Houston?
For Houston. How many do we have?
We haven't taken that yet,
Yeah,
bud.
let's-
We're that you actually bring up a really good point.
I know, but how many people are in the running?
So
People 5 years, right?
Yeah, what we usually do is I will send out an email to all the families, and in that email, I'll say if you've played in the league for 5 years, at least
That is,
5
yeah.
years, and if you haven't been selected for any other special events, you can enter to be into the drawing to be selected for the All-Star game in Houston.
Wow.
Houston, Texas for this.
Houston.
Wow.
Houston. The planet Houston.
All right, you got 2 more years before we get to enter, okay, dude?
And the moment that email comes out, we're entering. Understood?
Hopefully we'll find out soon where the next 2 All-Star games will be.
Maybe by the time you get elected, it might be here.
I'm hoping, man.
Yeah,
That would be
we're gonna
cool.
try to host one
We
someday.
are.
We have to do some work though to get there.
I have a question.
What do you actually? What's the? How do you get into all that? How does that work and the
You have to
preparations?
families would have to come up, and you would have to basically set up housing for them for the weekend,
Yeah.
like
Well, we have the
hotels. or
hotels, I mean, right
Well,
near us.
Yeah.
What happens is you have to submit a proposal
Yep.
to the offices in Georgia, the national offices down in Georgia. And Meredith was talking about a little bit last week, where in the proposal you have to commit to raising at least $100,000. That will cover the cost to pay for everything that happens between Friday to Sunday. So paying for
Okay.
the hotel rooms, paying for transportation from hotel to field back to hotel, and then the big gala event. So so what happens is everybody usually gets into town wherever the All-Star game is that Friday. There's usually
So
some type of
let's
social event.
Sorry to cut you off, but
No,
let's
it's
just say 3 years down the line, you come up. Okay, so you would have from now to 3 years to raise all that money and get everything set up.
Yeah.
I think it could be done.
Harrison, can we borrow 100 grand? What do you think?
That's what.
I'm saying with
I don't even
sponsors
own
and
100
They
grand.
look for a commitment to improving the facility so that when you arrive you have
Okay.
a brand spanking new facility.
My
So what we've seen,
my
you've seen the new.
headset-
Go ahead, buddy.
No, he's on his
My
headset.
headset isn't. My headset isn't wired.
More technical difficulties.
Yeah, so that's what happened when our league, in our township, Hamilton, Babe Ruth, and Nottingham, when they hosted the Babe Ruth World Series.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, our township renovated Veterans Park in Switlick, and all the people from the state and other countries would come over and they would have housing, but they would do all these donations.
It's weird how MLB
What?
does it.
Hello.
That it took the Yankees so long to get it back at Yankee Stadium, and it was the last year of the old ballpark.
Yeah.
When they
was
haven't
great.
had it since like the 70s.
That was great though, and that home run derby with
Mr.
Josh Hamilton.
Josh Hamilton.
What?
Thank you.
Yep.
Did he disappear? Is he like
No, he
done?
got injured. He retired. He couldn't play.
Yeah.
He got hurt.
He signed that big contract with
What
the
up?
Angels. The Angels, man, just giving out those big contracts.
It's he had a good career, just ruined it and did all the wrong things with his money.
Harrison, you have more fans. Jenny Gallucci.
Jennifer.
My friend,
Go
Yeah.
Harrison. She said.
yeah, my friend Paulie, who I worked with the sanitation department, goes, he's loving it. The kid's taking over the show.
Well, now you have a sub.
That's true. There we go.
You sit. You get a sick day.
You can-
Keith
I'll sit
Barnaba.
back here and watch everybody.
Ah, Keith made it.
Keith's watching, and Keith said Harrison told me his favorite baseball player is Mark Grace.
Wow, I haven't heard that name.
Right?
That is
How
my
long?
cousin Keith.
And then his favorite Harrison Ford character is Jack Ryan.
I forgot about that one. Jack Ryan.
Which I will also say Jack Ryan better than Han Solo. So I mean, come on.
No way, Harrison.
Well, Keith,
No, wait, he only did one movie though, right?
How about this, Dad?
Two.
How about next year for the movie
Oh,
night we watch Star
Clear and
Wars?
Present Danger.
Oh,
Harrison,
Clear
that's a
and
great
Present.
That's one of my favorites.
That's a
Good
great
one.
Andy had
Harrison.
said that before.
You see what Aaron said? He said for movie night, play Star Wars next year.
How dare you bark at me like I'm some kind of junkyard dog?
It's a great movie.
What's
Yeah.
that from?
Clear and Present
Clear and
Danger.
Present Danger. You like a good movie when the title of the movie is a line of dialogue.
Yeah.
This threat presents a clear and present danger.
You can't sit with me during certain
There it
movies
is,
and TV shows because I'll
Shall
narrate
we
the lines
please
before
call
it
in?
even happens. I can sit here and narrate the first Superman movie.
Why are we not getting anybody
And
to call
Tombstone.
in?
Harrison,
so
that's a good
entertaining.
point.
They're all following on Facebook, bud. They're commenting here. That's why I'm reading them off to you.
I think that was the first time Keith has been on Facebook in about 5 years. He said.
go.
That's my cousin. Who named his daughter Grace because that's his favorite player, Gracie.
Hey, Gracie.
Why was
Say
his
goodnight,
favorite player
Gracie.
such a mediocre player?
Because he grew up in that area, in that
kidding.
region.
I'm kidding.
Jeez.
Mark Grace is a
Believe
great
me.
player.
What was the final team he played for?
Arizona.
Was it
Yeah.
Arizona? He was a Cub too, wasn't he?
He,
was
he
a Cub.
started. He
Yeah.
started. With,
Yeah.
he started with the Cubs, and then he was with the Diamondbacks
No
when they won
wonder-
the World Series.
I bet Keith is going to call in now to
remind
talk
me.
about Mark Grace.
Come on, Keith.
Yeah, we want a Mark Race story. Come on.
Someone call in 609-807-2492.
Get that. We want to hear some Mark.
Harrison's begging you guys. Somebody call in. What's Harrison? What's the number?
The kid's gonna fire me.
609-807-2492.
Yeah.
That's 3 times.
Somebody
Kid's killing
call.
it.
You're hired.
We should have somebody to call somebody.
Right. We should pay someone to call somebody.
We used to have a guy named Daniel who called in all the time, but this is, I think, the 3rd week in a row he's been.
Yeah,
MIA.
he's
Is he alive?
he's okay.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's watching, even though he don't call. We're all looking forward to the big trip in a few weeks.
to Pittsburgh.
Yes,
Are you-
we're all meeting here.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Family road trip.
Got that minivan.
This is gonna be it's gonna be very interesting.
What's that movie? Planes, Trains, and all of it.
So-
You're
Planes,
going the wrong
Planes,
way.
Trains, and automobiles.
That's a
Somebody-
classic movie.
Somebody can please call a baseball fan so they can talk.
I love it.
Aw.
This kid's waiting for somebody to call,
He wants to answer some questions.
or else
people.
he's gonna
Somebody
take me in
call
the parking lot and tombstone me like the Undertaker.
Okay, Harrison. I have a-
RKO me
I have
out of
a-
nowhere.
I have a question since no one's calling in. I have a question for you,
For who?
for Harrison.
Oh, we got a question for you, champ. You ready?
Yeah.
Since you're a Philly fan just like me,
Oh boy.
where would you think are the Phillies going to be in the standings in the NL East after this season? First, second, third, fourth, or
First place,
fifth?
of course.
Definitely not.
First place, okay.
There it is.
There he
said
is.
That
It's a lock.
with conviction.
First place.
It's a lot.
Definitely not fifth
lock.
place. I think we know who gets
I have
that.
something to say about football real quick.
Oh, okay.
We have
This is,
Gridiron
about,
Gang.
this is about the time of night where we do that.
There we go.
Gridiron Gang.
So my friends tease me about being a Patriots fan because I know more about the Patriots than I do about the Eagles.
Oh, no.
No, but you are an Eagles fan. You just tend to know.
We got him.
The Patriots are currently under investigation
We're
for.
always under investigation.
Oh, we're gonna get a call. Melissa said she's gonna call in.
Yeah.
Come on, Melissa.
So the
Melissa.
Patriots
do it.
are apparently under investigation for that one little incident where a Patriots guy was on the sideline for a Bengals game.
Well, did she?
Like that, there's an investigation going on for
Hey,
that.
Harrison, who's gonna win the Super Bowl? The 49ers or the Chiefs?
I don't care.
I think since
What?
I think you should say the 49ers because Keith put in.
The 49ers.
Oh.
Oh,
He's going with the
49ers. He's going with the
49ers.
He's going.
Okay.
We got a call.
What
We got a
happened
call.
And
We got
Survey says
here?
Yep.
Phone call.
phone call. Let's take it.
here we go.
All right, here we go.
All
First
right.
call of the day.
You ready, Harrison?
Ready, Harrison?
All right.
Hey guys, go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, stranger.
Hi, Harrison.
Hello.
Tell him to turn it up a bit.
All right.
Can you turn that up a little bit?
We can't quite hear you yet. Hold on a moment.
Speak, Melissa.
Hi, Harrison.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Say
I
hi.
was going to say I couldn't tell
Hi.
if you could hear me because I don't have it on now.
It's
Oh, good.
It's Azalea's mom.
I know.
But how could I say no to Harrison? Can't happen.
Azalea should be on the radio one time.
Azalea could put on a show here with us.
You could.
Tell Dan that if he gets an American Sign Language interpreter, we'll bring Azalea in.
We can do that.
Dan's gonna call that all night.
We can do that. We can
What's that?
absolutely do that.
Get a sign language interpreter
Yeah.
for Azalea.
Sure.
Yeah.
She's the best.
There we go.
All right.
Done.
Sign up.
Come on,
I don't know,
Azalea.
though. Harrison's going to be a hard one to beat there.
But if somebody can do it, I bet it's Azalea. She's a piece of work too.
Harrison, do you know Paul Macchia?
No, Paul. That's my friend. Yeah,
Oh.
Paul.
He says you're hilarious. No, outrageous. Outrageous, so funny.
It
He
is
says
true.
outrageous, so
You got
funny.
my friends in Staten Island and Brooklyn cheering you on now.
We got another call, guys, if you want it.
All right.
We got another one.
Yeah, Melissa.
All right.
We got
Is that-
another call?
Hold on, it's your
We got-
Grandma's
Grandma?
calling in.
G-Mob.
You got it, guys.
Hello?
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 Hey,
Hi,
what's
Mom.
up?
We got you.
Hello?
Is this Harrison?
Yeah?
This is your grandmother. I had to call in. I love you so much.
What do you say?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, he says. I'm glad you're checking it out, Mom.
Thanks for calling in.
Question?
It sounds like
Okay.
Lynn.
It sounds like Aunt Lynn. No, it's Grandma.
Well, I wanted to hear somebody talk to you.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate it.
Okay.
I know you always
Call
give
me
in to him.
later.
You're on the radio.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Grandma.
Grandma.
Oh, you
Yeah,
gotta
let's
love-
hear
you
from
gotta love
Grandma.
when Grandma calls in. That's so cool.
Grandma coming clutch.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, we got another call. That might be Melissa. She got disconnected.
Send him through.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on? It's Keith. It's Harrison's cousin.
Oh, boy.
Man, now they're calling left and right.
Party's getting started,
All right.
Harrison.
He wanted to hear they want to hear the Mark.
We want to
Ray
hear a Mark
story.
Ray story.
Yes, please.
Mark Gray's story, huh? Well, let's start off with a trivia question.
Oh,
Who
here we go.
had the most hits in the major leagues and doubles in the 1990s, that decade?
Mark Race.
Mark Grace had the
Mark
most
Grace.
doubles. Mark Grace.
Boom! You got it. But another good story is Harrison's grandfather got me on the field at Shea and surprised me with a meeting with Mark Grace during batting practice when I was probably 13, and that pretty much sealed the deal there. Shaking his hand on the field at Shea pretty much made him my favorite player for the rest of my life.
That's great. That's great.
That's actually really cool. You probably didn't like my dig when I said mediocre player.
I remember that.
No,
game.
that's why it took me 5 minutes to call in. I had to go walk outside and chase it off. Although knowing Harrison's mom, I'm sure he's heard all the words I would have used anyway.
Very good, Keith. Very good.
Hey Keith, this is Sal. How you doing? Thank you for calling in. How much has the
Absolutely.
game changed since back then?
How much has the game changed?
Yeah. Do you like what's going on? Do you like it the old style?
Do you like robo-umps?
Well, it's weird because you guys brought up Keith Hernandez too, but Mark Grace was kind of cut from the same cloth as him. A good fielder, a first baseman that would hit 15 to 20 homers, lots of doubles, lots of hits, but not the 50 homers, 150 strikeout guy a year that a lot of the first basemen are now. But it's got its good things and its bad things. But I think for the most part, baseball's still baseball.
That's good.
So you I want to get to your question on the question on robo-umps because no, I'm serious because it's been a very big topic of discussion in baseball. See, she snorted. So
That was me.
I haven't heard.
So
Birthday
Keith,
boy.
He's not even Italian.
So Keith, how do you feel about robo-umps and the potential impact they could have in professional baseball?
Robo-umps, wow, on the spot. I don't have any problem. I actually like it. I think it's an area where you don't necessarily need to be subjective. And I think this postseason there were some choice calls that definitely swung some games. But I think robo calls are fine. It's funny. I don't know. Like you guys are probably about my age, but it felt like there were umps when we were growing up. I think Doug Harvey, some other ones that were kind of characters and add to the game, and now I don't know. They seem to kind of blend in, and I don't know if they bring that much. And just having the consistency, I think, would outweigh the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Harrison, you got to say something?
What's up, Harrison?
Say hello to Keith.
Does JP have anything to say?
JP is his son.
JP is actually at the Oregon Cal basketball game tonight with his grandpa.
Nice.
Ah.
Nice. Good. That's good.
Tell them to go.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
he's busy. Yeah, but he just started baseball season out here too. So this is the first year I haven't coached my son in baseball, so I'm going through withdrawals.
Aw.
It's awesome though. His son played in Cooperstown last year.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I haven't been in Cooperstown in a while. With thinking about taking a road trip up there.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's great. Yeah, I haven't been in probably 20 years, and it's crazy because it's now it's our contemporaries. It's guys we grew up with. The first time I went up there, I was probably Harrison's age, and it was all guys that you only heard about or saw in black and white. And now it's the Robin Younts of the world and Cal Ripkins and guys we grew up with.
I think Jeter was the last of that cloth of the ball players. I think they passed the mantle over to Trout and Aaron Judge. Hopefully they can carry the sport into a better direction.
Well, yeah, they might. Judge and Trout might be the only two guys that stick with one team.
The you might be
forever
right.
players
Did
of
you
the
see
gener-
Aaron Judge playing for another team?
No.
And Trout's got his contract, so
For the rest
Yeah.
of his life, yeah.
I
Must be
think
nice. Must be nice. Mike Trout, that contract.
He was
He's
nice.
set, man. He's done. Done.
Whether he wins the World
I've
Series
been
out
told,
of it, I don't know.
I've been told by a couple of baseball executives who visited my class, my sports broadcasting class at Rutgers. This one guy said Mike Trout has the potential to be the greatest baseball player of all time. Do you believe that?
Yes.
He
Yeah.
is going to be the best player when he's
100%.
done.
He's
Like,
currently the best player.
Better than Babe Ruth at this point.
He's
in
the
his career.
best. With his numbers,
Well,
he's
you know
the
what?
best.
It's like she
That's
just
apples and
hit the
oranges
nail
with
on the
Babe
head
Ruth.
because
Shifa, you're still
you
here.
want to try to compare,
His generation
people to
now.
Ruth and Murderers Row, Marison Mantle, and then you can't do it because they only played 150 something games to where it's 162. The mounds are different. They were higher, lower. You really can't compare that much. You could probably compare him. Hey, yeah, he's
Well,
a
and
lot
those guys were
better.
traveling too. Babe Ruth wasn't playing.
Yeah.
wasn't
California.
wasn't flying to California
Yeah.
and playing 10
Jet
o'clock
lag.
games.
Keith, you still there?
But hey, let me say this about Babe Ruth: hit more homers than teams combined when he was playing. But I totally agree. I think you can only compare eras, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball. You can't cross eras and compare who the greatest is because the game's just the ebbs and flows of the games are just too extreme that you can't really get apples and oranges.
Yeah, and like you
comparison.
said, not just the game itself; it's the stadiums.
The era.
The stadiums are not the cookie cutter parks where we used to walk in. family of four could be almost $500 and better. And now Globe Life Park, the Rangers haven't even played a game yet. In the XFL, their team is
the XFL.
going to be in that new stadium, and they're going to tear it to shreds
I am excited for the XFL.
before the new team is even getting in there.
I'm
Hey,
excited.
I got to hop off and go take dinner, but let me just say this one. I think the only thing, working in Trout's favor is he finally got out of Jersey and made it to California, and I can only hope.
Just like you, Keith. Just like you.
That's exactly right. All right, guys, have a good night. Harrison,
Thank you, Keith. Thank you for calling in.
into Facebook
All
for
right,
the first
thanks for
time
calling
in
in.
several years to watch it tonight, buddy.
All right. Say thanks, Keith.
Bye.
All right, guys, have a good night.
All right.
You too.
Where is he calling from?
California.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cal Oregon game tonight.
Yeah, he's from, and that's why we said 49ers.
Oh.
So if my other cousin called in from Kansas City, then we might have gone for him. But Keith, you win.
No, it's 6 o'clock. And when he said dinner, I'm looking at the time. I'm like,
It's 9 o'clock.
no, when she said California, I was like, it's only 6 over there.
Where's...
That clock said something
why
really
isn't
bad.
Melissa not
That clock
calling
said
back?
something really bad.
Oh, yeah. I know. That's why I looked the other way.
You guys want to do Super Bowl picks?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hold
we
on.
haven't
You know
done
what
that.
it's time for?
Gridiron Gang.
It's time for the Gridiron Gang. Let's pick our Super Bowl picks. And any callers want to call in with theirs or leave a comment on who's got their pick. And we're going to swing it around to Matt.
All right, so
What's the point spread there, Chief?
it's -1.5 in favor of the Kansas
Wow,
City Chiefs.
it
It's been that
hasn't
way for the last
changed.
2 weeks. It hasn't changed once.
Would it change the game time, maybe?
Let me say this. Let me say this. It's a battle of best offense and best defense. But I got to say, the Kansas City Chiefs have overcome so much adversity during the playoffs. They were getting killed by Houston by 24, and then they won by 20. They were down by 10 against the Titans twice during the AFC Championship game. Patrick Mahomes, unbelievable. I think this is the time that we see the Kansas City Chiefs hold up their first Lombardi trophy in 50 years.
Wow.
50 years. And actually, fun fact, last time the Kansas City Chiefs were in the Super Bowl, Jack Buck, father of Joe Buck, was calling the game.
Oh.
This is a Fox Super Bowl, so I think you know what that means.
I got to hear that annoying voice.
It
So-
means I'm not listening to it.
So,
Spanish SAP.
Hey, I do that during the Yankee
Come
game.
on,
Sometimes I
Jack,
just want to hear
call it.
Sterling with those home run calls.
but overall, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win. I'm going to say the score is going to be 28-17 Kansas City.
Woo. We writing that down, anybody?
By the way, ESPN Fantasy Baseball registrations are open, so
I love it. I love it.
if
Harrison's a good
you're
salesman.
if you're
All right, so 28-17
28-17 for Matt
in favor of the Chiefs.
and the Chiefs. Go ahead, Call.
All right,
Let's go,
Carlos
Miss-
currently
Well,
writing
Mr.
down.
Eagle.
I got an idea. I'll write it down.
Go ahead, Mr. Eagle.
Okay, so we have the best defense left in the playoffs against the best offense left in the playoffs. Usually I would stick with my conference, the NFC, but I'm biased with a former Andy Reid coaching my Philadelphia Eagles. I think it's been long enough that he's been waiting for 20 years to win one.
I agree with Carl on that one.
I think he has the best quarterback in the game on his team.
Agree.
If they don't fall down early against the 49ers, they'll have the game right in where they have it. So I'm going to go for Andy Reid so he can have this list on his resume so he'll be a Super Bowl coach in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Kansas City Chiefs 31,
Okay.
San Francisco 49ers 23.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Sal?
I like the kid Mahomes. He surprised me the last game. He ran it, threw it. He's full of fire.
Yeah, he's
like I
good.
said, always go with the hot hand. I was almost close. With the Titans running it all the way, they could have, but I'm going with the Chiefs.
Okay. Score?
And I'm picking 28-14.
All right. The
Go ahead, Mr. Harrison.
What do you think? I have no say. Believe me.
About football or baseball?
Football.
Who's
Super
going to win the
Bowl.
Super Bowl? What's the score going to be?
I think it's gonna be the Kansas City Chiefs, and the score is gonna be 25 to 50.
25-15?
5 to 50 or
I
15?
mean, 25 to 100.
100.
I like it.
All right.
125
like it.
in
Write it
favor of
down.
the Chiefs.
Are we getting a big payout? We'll buy that Miracle League field.
All right. Mr. Andy Santoro with
God.
broken rib.
Nice.
Here's the thing.
You still got a broken
I
rib?
still got a broken rib.
Oh, my
Hopefully
God.
A couple weeks will be better. So I think Reed's due. I think Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league right now, but it's not Mahomes' time yet.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think Jimmy G has too good of a defense. I think it's his time. I like that team, like the system. I also think defense wins championships.
Yeah.
Hence Peyton Manning, hence the year Baltimore won, a couple years ago, 10 years ago, I should say.
That's right.
So I'm going with 49ers. I think Jimmy G throws a total of 14 passes. They're going to run the ball the whole game.
Raheem
Chiefs won't
Mostert's
stop
going to
it.
carry them.
They're going to carry the team to victory. Final score is going to be 37 to 21.
All right. And now the commissioner on his birthday. You've been doing really well with these Gridiron Gang picks. So
36-year-old.
I have not lost in my pick.
you have not.
You know, that's
He picked the Titans to upset the Ravens, which
right.
was
Yeah, he's what? How many games so far?
He won every game. I
I'm
lost.
3-0.
He's undefeated. He's 3-0.
I lost the Baltimore game and
now
the
on your
Seattle
birthday.
game.
Can you close it out? What do you got, Commish?
All right. Andy was talking about defense winning championships, and if I'm being honest, I agree with that. But not so fast, my friend. Lee Corso.
Here we go, Indiana
Little
Jones
Lee
over here.
Corso.
Let's hear it.
Not so fast, my friend, because you've got an unstoppable force with that Kansas City offense.
Yeah.
This one's going to be a shootout.
What?
This one's going to be a shootout. Kansas City 38, San Francisco 35.
Wow.
It's going to be a good one.
Give me their
Last
teeth.
year's Super Bowl was boring. It was awful.
It was bad in more ways than one.
Halftime
one's
show was
gonna-
bad. Game was
Everything
bad.
was bad about
Commercial
it.
was bad.
This is going to be a lot more like that Eagles-Patriots Super Bowl. It's going to be back and forth, touchdown.
I like that.
38, 35, Kansas City. Let's have some ribs. Go Andy Reid.
Oof.
It's time. It honestly is time for Andy Reid to win a Lombardi Trophy, because he's waited so long. His time with the Eagles, he's had a lot of talent. Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens and Brian Westbrook and Jason Peters. He coached at one point. He wasn't on the sidelines for Super Bowl 52, but at that point, Doug Peterson took that Lombardi Trophy away from him. This is his time. He's got the talent, and sometimes the best championships are the ones that come long, long, long into a career. Kind of like the John Elways of the world, or the Mike Shanahans, or the John Foxes of the world. Like, those guys have been waiting forever. And actually, I just want to say one thing. In Florida at FIU Stadium on Saturday, there is going to be a celebrity flag football game sponsored by Celebrity Sweat. It's going to be Team Doug Flutie and Michael Irvin. Actually, no, Team Doug Flutie and Andre Reed versus Team Donovan McNabb and Michael Irvin. It's going to be a celebrity flag football game. It's musicians, it's actors, it's NBA, NFL players, UFC boxers are going to be all participating in this. You can stream it on ESPN3. The game starts at noon. I'm supporting this event because because Celebrity Sweat hit me up after I posted an article about it on Sirianni Says. But enjoy the game. I feel like it's going to be a great competition. My grandfather, Tony Sirianni, and my uncle Anthony are going to be down there interviewing players for this game, so it's going to be exciting.
Nice.
But one more announcement I need to make, and this is kind of important. So as a lot of this audience knows, I am a proud student of Rutgers University. I love doing this show, but if there's one thing that really comes first, I got to finish getting my damn degree. So, I will not be here for the next 2 months, maybe even 3. But there's one thing I got to say. I am leaving for a good reason, because I'm going to go back to Rutgers and kick ass in class and come back here with a degree, and you're going to see a whole new man.
All right, let's give it up.
There we go.
Yeah, buddy.
As
Well
much
said,
as I
well
love
said.
being on this show and being with you guys, something has to get done.
Hey,
All
But
right.
when I come back, it's going to be all worth it.
and we'll celebrate with you when it's done. We'll be very happy.
Exactly.
Very excited for you.
All right, my man. You want to hold on? You got anything else you want to say there, Harrison?
We just had a milestone. The first time that Andy called me Indiana Jones.
All right, Indiana Jones. Mr. C, you want to take us home?
Okay, before I take us home, Commish, do we have anybody on deck next week to be on
Yes,
the
we
show?
do. We will be joined by TCNJ Baseball. So they've been a proud supporter of the Miracle League. They've been doing a terrific job. So Gary Otten, senior Gary Otten, will be joining us from TCNJ Baseball, along with Jake Simon, Dave Cardona, and Mike Wally. Mike Wally. So we'll have 4 players from TCNJ Baseball. They've been terrific. They are defending NJAC champions. So we will have them here to talk about their commitment, what they've done to support the Miracle League, which is really cool. And then the week after that, we have the J Train back.
Yeah.
And we also have Trenton Thunder COO and General Manager Jeff Hurley. So that's going to be another good show. So we got a couple good
I'm
shows
liking
coming
that.
up.
Yeah.
And who do we have? Do we have anybody the night before we go to Pittsburgh? Is that
Yeah,
lined
that's
up
the
yet?
Jeff. That's Jeff Hurley, right?
Yep, that's
Okay.
that's that night. So
Wow.
we'll have that, and then we'll hit the road, and we'll be doing some live stuff.
We're coming for you, Sean. We're coming.
All right,
Timmy,
go-
Casey, we're coming for you.
All right, with what we just got hearing from the commish, what Sal told me to do my normal thing, I want to thank everybody who appeared tonight, the Milo family on set in the
Thank you
hot
for
seat with
having
us. Big congrats to them for showing up. They're free to come back anytime, place, any date. They're welcome to come back and be a part of the show with the family. Also, the people in the back who produced for us, Ruben, Monk, Gene, always. You guys are the best who do our show every week. And all the listeners and the call-ins. Without you guys, we won't be here. So
Exactly.
thanks for your support. And same time channel next week. We'll see you then.
And we want to congratulate Matt and good luck and congratulations.
Yes, man. Congrats, man.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Go, buddy.
Very good. And happy birthday to the commish.
36.
Good night.
4-0. Good night.
Good night.
3-6.
Attaboy.
Good show.
Dude, you killed it.